Okay, yeah. A little bit in the background, but okay. It is what it is. So, I guess the reason why I wanted to do a podcast, I started this podcast, The Mind of Beretta, last year, is I guess it would be some sort of cathartic type thing for me because there were some things that I was seeing that I've been seeing for the longest time that sort of irritated me and, felt like I needed to speak out about it, but really didn't have a particular type of venue that I could use. And on top of that, I guess I thought that people would think that I'm either full of shit or that I'm the type of person that won't practice what he preaches, I guess you'd want to call it. Well, I'm here to tell you, I'm not that person. I will stand behind what I speak, and I will put my words into action. But that's for another part later on down the line. But at least here for this, I guess you would want to call it a reintroduction. Just wanted to get myself back out there and, just let everybody know that, hey, I missed you. I hope y'all miss me too. But I'm back and I'm still on my bullshit, I guess. But I just wanted to hit maybe one or two things. I know this is stuff that's been in the news fairly recently. But first thing that kind of made me, I guess, chuckle, pay attention, take some mental notes or whatnot. The whole Parkland, Florida tragedy in which 17 young lives were taken for absolutely no reason whatsoever. Yeah, it's one of those telling things about this country that we kind of look at mass shootings and school shootings and things like that. Yeah, it definitely stirs our innermost emotions, makes us want to stand up, makes us want to scream, shout, makes us want to do something. And by the way, God love those young teenage students that are actually putting their actions behind their words, because they're actually fighting for the lives of all young people. And some of them say that they're, fighting for all human beings to want to end gun violence. I get you. I totally dig that. But there's only a few people out there that I've actually heard vocalize the sentiment that I've had for quite some time now. And that sentiment is be careful what you wish for, because you just might get it. The reason I'll say that is because you have a lot of people that are clamoring for strict gun control, limiting the availability of assault-style weapons, limiting high-capacity magazines. You even have some that want to outright ban all semi-automatic weapons. What I need you to do, though, is I need you to do a little bit of research, a little bit of history behind all this, because gun control wouldn't even be a discussion if it wasn't for what happened back in the 60s in Sacramento, California with the Black Panthers. Like I said, do some research on that. In the meantime, between time, keep up the good fight. Hopefully we'll get some kind of legislation, some kind of common sense reform to where we'll be able to keep guns out of the hands of individuals that definitely don't need guns. But I will say it again. You better be careful what you wish for, because along with that history in Sacramento, California, with the Black Panthers back in the 60s, you need to go back 30, 35 more years and do some history about the creation and the rise of the Nazi state of Germany prior to World War II. You want people to register their guns with the government, only for the government, when it gets to a point where, for lack of a better term, the crap hits the fan, for the government to be able to come and confiscate all of your weapons, thereby exerting total and complete control over you. It's a no for me. It's a no for me. But that's just one little thing. I may dip into that in a little bit more in another podcast. But one other thing that kind of just jumped into my mind, looks like somebody dropped an album this past Friday. And oh, by the way, Cardi B, congratulations. You're doing wonderful things. I really don't have any type of negative thing to say about what you're doing and what you're shining. And your shine is just, for lack of a better term, outshining everybody. So, yeah, definite big up to Cardi B. However, this technology that these streaming companies and Billboard and all that they're using to calculate record sales, y'all really, really need to pay attention to that. Maybe it's just because of me being old school, understanding that an actual album sale meant an actual physical copy in your hand, stick in your tape deck, stick in your CD deck, stick on your record player. Okay, I get it. I'm not that damn out of touch to realize that we're in a new era. Digital music has replaced all of those physical things. But at the same time, you also have to remember that there's some different new kind of math that's going on with how these records are calculated. Long story less long. Cardi B basically, with her album, went gold in, if I remember it right, approximately 10 hours. Come to find out that the reason why her album went gold in roughly 10 hours is the fact that they calculated all the streams of a song that she did a year ago that was released a year ago, and they combined those streams with the rest of the album. That's a little different kind of math. I need somebody to explain that one to me. But just hit me up. I'm at Beretta Beats, BERRETTA Beats, on Twitter and on Instagram, because somebody's gonna have to help me with this newfangled math that they call streaming sales and record sales and all that. Because again, I give Cardi and I give all these other new artists, I give them their props for selling, or quote unquote selling, whatever they sell. I dig all that. Okay. But those numbers seem a little shaky to me. Like I said, I just need somebody to help me with that. That's what's on my mind. It's the mind of Beretta, and I'm back.